Alright, hi everybody. This is another thing I've been wanting to do for a long time. I think I've maybe went to do it and wasn't happy with the result, but anyway, we're going to give it a try again. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of my guitars in my collection. This will take a while because I don't know how everyone else does it, but I'm not having everything restrung because I tend to only play, say one guitar at a time, and then maybe a 6-string and then a 7-string. So I'll be going around on a rotation. I was playing one of my other guitars for over 6 months there, just because of everything that just certain things happen, and just that's the way it went. But recently I got something else restrung, and I want to talk about it because I don't really have a favourite, but I do like it, and I did miss it when I wasn't able to play it because I needed a setup and I was wanting new stuff, which I'll talk about. So yeah, stick around if you want to, and we're going to talk about this guitar. So this is my Yamaha. Is it RGX420S D6, which stands for drop 6. So basically there was a signature made for, is it the guy from King's Cross or some band like that? Maybe double check later on and put it down at the bottom. But he got a signature from Yamaha back, was it early 2003, somewhere about there, and Yamaha also just wanted to bring out a similar guitar, but that wasn't a signature, because signatures do sell well, but he's not a very well-known person. So it is a nice guitar, and if I see one come up for a decent price, I'll probably get it just to try it out and see how it compares. But the drop 6 basically means it's a baritone, but not a baritone as most people know it. It's only, the scale length is like 26.25, somewhere about there. Again, if it's different, I'll put it up, because I'm just doing this off the cuff and not really doing any research. I'll maybe do that in the future, try and be a bit more prepared. But basically, with it being a short scale baritone, you can put it into any tuning that you want. So whenever I got it, I did have it in like B tuning, which is 2.5 steps down, something similar to a 7-string. Just without the high E. But then I just sort of, for that time, I was like, I just want to go back to standard. It's I don't know, it's just the way my music was going at the time, and it's pretty much stayed in standard ever since. The only real thing you have to do if you want to change the tuning is get some beefier strings if you're drop tuning. Same as really what I did, and probably a lot of people have done back in the day with a standard guitar, but it just means because this has slightly bigger scale length, it's going to be able to handle it better. So right now this has 10s. I put 10s on everything that I can. I was playing 9s on the 7-string, and I really didn't like it. So yeah, this is 10s. They're brand I like, the coated from Orman shop I like on eBay. I've got some of their pickups. I've got some pickups going into some of my other guitars right now. So going into a bit more about this guitar, I really like the neck. I don't know, there's one thing I missed about it. It's a really nice sort of colour and grain. In fact, put that light on, see if that proves it. So actually, I think it's really nice looking neck, and it's a really nice feeling neck. And I'm not really great at telling if it's a C or V, but it's really nice, and yeah, it's probably something like a C, I'm guessing. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, anyone knows, put a comment there and tell me you're wrong, you big bold Egypt. So yeah, it does have a Floyd Rose. It's actually a licensed Floyd. So this would have been made probably by Yamaha or by someone for them. It just says licensed under Floyd Rose patents on it. But actually, stays in tune really well. I went to tune it just before this, and it was still in tune, and I haven't been near the guitar since about the weekend or so. The one thing I will say about it is, unlike the you know, what you'd say the proper, or the you know, the high-end Floyd Roses, where you can you know, sort of tighten up and then lock off the trem arm, so then it'll like stay there. It doesn't do that. It just tends to fall back and lock there, because it's a screw-in one. You know, it's like a Fender style. You know, you're gonna have to spin it round and round until it goes in, and then it does tend to. It could just be the age of it, but it will tend to do that. I don't know if you can hear that, and then that will come through whenever it is plugged in. But I've got an idea for how to hopefully fix that. So what I'm going to try and do is get some PTFE tape, the plumber's tape. Preferably if we get it in black, but probably not. But it's usually white, and you'll put it around. I'll just thicken that up a bit, and hopefully it'll make it a bit harder to move around, because it's actually it's moving a bit. So that could just be. It is nearly 20 years old, but I've heard stories of like a guy was carrying. I guess it was on a flight case, like or some sort of hard case. He was carrying this guitar into a venue up some stairs and dropped the guitar, and just thought, oh no, that's going to have knocked it out of tune. But actually, whenever he pulled it out, it was still in tune. There's people saying these guitars are just really, really good. They punch above their price range. All that sort of the comments that you hear about you know, cheaper guitar. I think these were just under 500 quid when they came out, somewhere about there, but people are saying, you know, it's as good as something that would have been 700-800. I don't know, because mainly anyone knows me, most of my guitars are below that anyway, or second hand. So I actually quite like to find cheaper guitars that are good, and then sometimes just sort of do them up, which you'll see with me doing all these videos. That's what I've been trying to do. So I haven't actually changed much on this. The only thing I have changed is I got new pickups, and these are iron gear. Was the Dirty Torque and Blues engine, so it's meant to be, and I think they've even went up again since I bought them. So but I got told about them years ago when I was doing a guitar trade, and I just got told by this guy he loved them, and back then they were a lot cheaper. But obviously, as brand's name grows, they'll just be like, oh, we can start putting them up. But basically, I got these for about the price you get like one. See what I'm going for, you know, around 60-70 quid. They're about £72, including VAT. So, but I did get them somewhere else. So, but I don't know, prices for everything have gone up right now. If you're watching this in the future, please tell us they're going back down. But I got them, and I've, you know, reviews up on sites saying like that someone had swapped a JV Jazz set, and these pickups were so much better. But you don't know, you know, how old those pickups were, how old the guitar was. You know, if they changed the pots and, you know, all the other electronics at the same time, it could have been those pickups were dying, you know. So of course the new ones, it doesn't matter what you put in, they're going to sound better within reason, depending, you know, what sort of pickups you get. As long as they're half decent pickups, they're going to sound better. So, but I do like them. They would be more sort of medium output, whereas like the guitar I was just using, they have really high output. So I probably will turn up the, I was having to turn the gain down on my amp because there was so much. But these would be more, there's still a good crunch off them, but not as much as the other guitar. So yeah, I did put strap locks on it, and yeah, it's pretty much stock. The really weird and wonderful thing is, right, you have, I'll bring this up so you can see, right, you have the 5-way switch with the humbucker, so they be out of phase or something like that. Volume and tone, but then you also have this switch, and this they call it a blower switch. Could just be one of them things where it's translation, because I tell people that and they all laugh. But basically what it does, and some other guitars do have this, it'll basically bypass your controls here and I'll take the bridge directly out. So it means you can have this sort of set up and, you know, on the neck pick up the volume rolled off and then just flick that switch and then it's just going to come on and really kick you in the face without having to muck about and then maybe your tone rolled off and stuff, you know. It is good that way. I like having loads of options like that, even though I don't really use it, but you know, it always gives you options for the future to sort of change up your sound and stuff. You know, I do like doing some clean stuff, so that option's there, and it means for, you know, when I ever get back to playing on stage and I'm using this guitar, it means you have that quick, instead of quickly jumping over, you know, switch and turning up the volume, you can just literally leave it on that and then hit the switch and then, you know, go into a chorus and then you go back onto the first, which is a bit softer, flick that back off and, you know, you're grand. So that just does need to be tightened up there, but I'll get to that. But yeah, so I'm going to give a quick wee demonstration of this. Right, so I'm going into my pedal board, which I will discuss at some point. So there's a Boss ME80 multiple effects unit down there. Mostly I just use that for cheap screamer and then the odd wee effects as I sort of get into using them. The more of an MXR Smart Gate tuner pedal, obviously, into my Bugara 6260 combo amp. Now it's not going to sound like a Bugara because I got it a full valve change and new speakers, so it sounds like a brand new amp. So don't you know, scoff at my terrible cheap valve amp. So position. Between the bridge in the middle. Between the neck and the middle. Okay, so that's all now. Just stick it back on that and then try the lead. So my channel on the gain's only up at 3 out of 10. These only go up to 10, unfortunately. No, well, 11 on this amp. So, but as I said, with the other guitar, I had it down that low because they might the gain off them other pickups, which you should hopefully see in a future video. But I've just been using that for so long now. I wanted to get back to this baby. So, yeah, try some. That's on the bridge, which pretty much all I would be using mostly, but here's the neck anyway, so I'll put on a wee bit of harness. Try a wee bit of lead stuff here. Bit of a lead tone anyway. Yeah, so there's probably more I could if I go through, but you know, I like it. I really like this guitar. I really like the neck on it. It's quite a fast neck, and yeah, strangely, as I said earlier, it's one I found when I couldn't play this because I got it back. I had to leave it somewhere for a while, and I got it back, and the neck was bowed and stuff and needed a serious setup and stuff, so I couldn't play it for a while and stuff, so it was really annoying me, and I was really sitting going, I missed that neck, you know. It was just, I don't know, it's one of them things, you find a neck that you like, and you know, that's it, you know, that's what you're gonna miss about that guitar. But it is a great guitar, and I seem to still be getting emails from eBay, you know, saying, oh, here's the Yamaha Drop 6 one up for sale and stuff, and you know, they're for a lot more than I paid for this anyway. But it's a really nice guitar. But my friend would keep joking, like, a lot of my collection I bought off him, but you know, he knows what sort of gear I like, so if he's trying to get rid of something for, you know, half decent price, he knows, give me a shout, and more than likely I might probably get it, but I want to be a bit more selective because I'm running out of room. But yeah, I'm probably going to edit this down, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm trying to put up some more videos, and then there's videos I've recorded and stuff that haven't really put up yet, so hopefully start trying to get more up. And then I am working on a few covers. There's a few ideas written down here on my wee notepad. Some might take a bit longer to work on, some might be a lot quicker, so we'll see. See how I get on, but I'm gonna go and have a wee bit of a jam, and I'll see you later. If you like this, I'll try and do some more of them. Go through all my bits of gear. Some of them have a bit more of a history, and I'm gonna try to keep doing the covers, do some stuff on this, and then I want to talk about my pedal board case that I actually made it, and yeah, I made these as well, these speaker stands, so maybe talk about them a bit more and stuff. I'm thinking about doing some sort of thing on the stuff I use on my PC, because I don't use Windows or Mac. I use Ubuntu Studio flavour of Linux. I prefer it. I like open source. I like it. It's free. So maybe get into that if that's something that people are interested in. I don't see that many videos up on YouTube about it, so it might be something that might be good to get into. We'll be doing a course later on this month on recording, so that'll hopefully improve my knowledge and make the recordings better. So I don't know, I think I'm just waffling here at the end, but yeah, so like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. If you didn't like it, then you didn't like it, you know, everyone's got their own taste. So take care everyone, and get playing some guitar. And If you have music, this is what I have to tell myself, if you have music, just record it. Get it out there some shape or form.